How many XRP do you actually need to retire? Not how many sounds impressive, not how many looks good on Twitter, but how many XRP are realistically required to design a financially independent life. Because retirement is not a price target, retirement is a system. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is not financial advice, not a price prediction, and not a moonshot narrative. This is a framework-based discussion. So we are going to talk about money the way institutions, wealth managers, and long-term thinkers actually do. So if you stay till the end, you will understand why most people think about crypto retirement the wrong way and how a modest XRP stack used intelligently can go much further than most people realize. So step number 1, redefining retirement. This is where most people go wrong. When people hear the word retirement, they imagine extreme lifestyles, private jets, exotic cars, luxury villas, endless travel. But statistically and psychologically, that's not what most people actually want. What most people want is freedom from financial stress. Freedom means not worrying about monthly bills, not being forced to work to survive, having time for health, family, and purpose, having options in real numbers for most households. 8,000 to 12,000 per month provides an excellent quality of life. That's roughly 120,000 per year. But beyond this level, something interesting happens. Economists call it diminishing marginal utility. In simple words, the first dollar changes your life. The next 1,000 helps a lot, but the 10th luxury car does almost nothing for happiness. So instead of chasing fantasy wealth, intelligent planning focuses on sustainable income. Step number 2. The most important principle, you don't retire on assets, you retire on income. This is the single biggest mistake crypto investors make. They think, if I just hold long enough, I'll retire. That's wrong. You don't retire by holding assets, you retire by converting assets into income producing capital. Let's break that down. If you want 120,000 per year, you need a capital base that can safely generate its income through. So interest, dividends, yield, cash flow instruments. Historically, a well-diversified conservative portfolio can generate 8 to 10% annually over time. So 1 billion and 10% at 100,000 per year. 1.2 billion at 8 to 10%, 100K to 120K per year. That's why 1 million is not a magic number. It's a functional number. It's enough to turn money into income without extreme risk. Step number 3. Now the XRP math. This is where it gets interesting. Once we understand the income goal, the XRP question becomes simple. How many XRP are needed to reach 1 million at different price levels? So let's walk through this logically. Scenario number 1, XRP at $100. To reach 1 million, you need 10,000 XRP. This is already achievable for many long-term holders. Scenario number 2, XRP at 1,000. Now you only need 1,000 XRP. This is where the math surprises people. If someone holds 5,000 XRP today and XRP reaches 1,000, they do not need to hold everything. Selling 80% still leaves enough to reach financial independence. Scenario number 3, XRP at 10,000. Extreme scenario, yes, but for analysis purpose. Only 100 XRP equals 1 million. At this level, everything beyond 100 XRP becomes optional capital, not necessity. Key insights. As price rises, required exposure collapses. That's why smart investors don't think in terms of how many tokens can I hold forever, but rather how many tokens do I need to achieve my goal. Step number 4, while holding forever is not always smart. So many crypto investors say, I'll never sell, I'll hold forever. That sounds strong, but it's often emotional, not strategic. Here's the reality. You cannot eat unrealized gains. You cannot buy time later. You cannot guarantee future markets. Institutions scale out. They don't all in forever. Why? because converting volatility into stability is the entire point of investing. Selling some XRP when prices rise allows you to lock in life-changing security, reduce psychological pressure, diversity risks, still keep upside exposure. This is not weakness, this is maturity. That's correct. Let's head into step number 5. What happens after you sell XRP? The forgotten step. This is where many people lose everything. After converting XRP into cash, capital preservation becomes more important than growth. At this stage, you don't chase risky 30% yields. You focus on high yield savings, government-backed instruments, bonds, dividend portfolios, regulated yield platforms. Why? Because once you won the game, the goal is not to reply it. It is to protect the win. Many people lose wealth after making it because they never shift mindset from growth to protection. Step number 6. XRP's role is the bigger financial system. Bitcoin changes scarcity, Ethereum expanded programmability, XRP focuses on institutional liquidity and settlement efficiency. But regardless of what XRP becomes, your personal strategy matters more than asset itself. So you can own the best asset in the world and still fail financially if you don't manage risk, you don't plan, you don't value time. Step number 7. The real question you should be asking, not how many XRP makes me rich, but how many XRP allows me to live freely, calmly, and intentionally. So enough for tomorrow, enough for today, enough flexibility to adapt. The balance is real wealth. Final thoughts. Wealth is not created by watching charts. It's created by understanding systems, timing cycles, managing behavior, and letting time work for you. If this video made you think more clearly, not more emotionally, then it did its job. So tell me in the comments, how many XRP are you aiming for? And more importantly, why? Like the video if you value logic over hype, subscribe if you want depth, not noise. Crypto moves fast, but intelligent wealth is built slowly and durability. Thanks for watching.